Good morning. I am Mark Sebastian from OptionPit.com. This is the AM Volatility Report. Wow, quite the day here, yet again. Kind of an interesting day. I feel like we've had three back-to-back odd trading pattern days, and I'm not quite sure what the deal is. Let me start off by saying that this is for educational purposes only, and none of this should be construed as trading advice. Consult your financial professional if you are interested in options, because options have risk. If you lose money, it is your fault. So, I want to point out a couple of things. The market is clearly not giving us the all clear yet. If you look at, where things are and where trading is, there's a lot of things to be kind of thinking about. And I think the main thing is that, there's no all clear until the curve at really January you can't do a lot about. But what I'm really interested in is February and March. I want to see the February March curve. So I'm on February March. That is when I will be a believer. All right, that there's some sort of safety in numbers and some real potential for the market to have an extended rally. As I look at what's going on today, they came in and absolutely slammed vol futures, slammed volatility, really did a nice job on the market as a whole. And now we're looking, and the market is again giving it away. Volatility, the old VIX calc is up, the new VIX calc is down, VIX futures are bid. So there's not a sense that even with oil up, that the market is particularly healthy and safe and a strong investment. There is a feeling that, I get the feeling that rallies are being sold, not bought. And so the question is, where are the major levels? Well, the major trading levels I know of are at kind of the 33 level for futures. And I know that major traders are watching 1950 in the SPX and 1900, where we've been kind of bouncing around. So the question is, do we break out higher, break out lower? There are a lot of traders that want to see us take out lows. I don't know if it'll happen or not. But if we do, that'll be a real strong sign that I think we see some capitulation. We never saw true panic in all futures, and I think that's something that is throwing people off. There was never any kind of over-acceleration of volatility relative to movement in the S&P. We had some real movement, although we've now had 3 days in a row of little movement. So despite the fact fear is high, movement has kind of slowed down the last 3 days. So it's interesting to kind of see how the market is flowing and floating. All right. Other than that, there are still a lot of people watching, some of the different names, Facebook, Google and Apple. Apple back above the century mark, the Mendoza line for Apple. And, that's a good thing. Netflix looks like it wants to go back to 100 after the way they bid it up. The financials have just been awful, and I'm not sure why. And really, the strength has been the transports, even with CSX kind of warning today in somewhat ugly fashion. So it's interesting to see kind of how everything is flying around. So, I'm not exactly sure which direction the market wants to go, but I can tell you that the market doesn't feel safe. And until I see, things normalize and the curve collapse, I'm not going to be a real bull of the market. And it's very difficult to be. All right, so you got to watch this curve. All right, so there's VIX, and you can see the curve is getting close, but it's not quite there. All right, but it is close. All right, folks, On that note, I hope everybody has a great day. If you got questions, you can email us, marketoptionpit.com, or call us 888-01. Reminder, we have a webinar on the 23rd on adjusting positions and managing risk. You go to optionpit.com/risk. And you can get yourself signed up for just 147 bucks. And the replay of last Saturday's webinar is there, Principles of Trade and Risk Management. So please check that out and give it a listen. I think you'll be pleased. Okay, folks, have a great morning.